Hello lovely stitchy friends, I'm Kat and I'm delighted to welcome you to my channel Catkin and Lily, where we talk all things cross stitch. And we are talking all things planning because we are in the middle of my little mini series on my plans for 2025. So yesterday I was chatting all about my whip go plans, so pop back and have a look at that if you haven't already seen it. And today is very exciting. I'm going to be chatting about my top 5 to stitch in 2025. If this is the first time you've found me on YouTube, then welcome. I hope you'll enjoy seeing what I've got lined up for 2025. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to spend some more time with me. And I hope you're excited to see what I've got lined up for you. Now, of course, my want to stitch list is probably like yours, very, very long. We would be here for hours if I went through everything that I would like to stitch, and yeah, I will never even get to stitch it in my lifetime. But you know when you have those things that you see that you're like, that one, I'm stitching that. I absolutely have to stitch that. Well, this is my top 5 of those for 2025. So this is the things that I'm like, I absolutely have to stitch this year. Yes, I'll stitch other things as well, but these are the ones that I am absolutely going to stitch. And yes, I did have trouble getting it down to 5 because there are lots of things that I really, really would like to stitch, but these are my absolute must-dos for 2025. Now, they're not in any particular order, apart from maybe number 5. I might be saving what I am most excited about for last, and you might even know what that is if you've been here for a few videos. So let's just dive in. And the first one I have is actually a kit that I've had for quite some time. And it is this one. I haven't taken it out, it's a little bit rustly. I have one in a Chameleon from Bothy threads. It's a Wrendale design. I've had this for a while. And so it is the kit. So I've got all the supplies in there. I've got the fabric, the threads all ready to go. And that is the joy of a kit, is that it's all there ready to go. Now, I'm not averse to switching out fabric, but in this instance, I probably will keep the fabric that's provided. And it's not even a huge design. So I have been sitting on this kit for quite some time. I think because when I bought it, I actually bought 2 Chameleon designs, and actually both from Bothy threads, but 2 different artists. And I've stitched one of the Chameleons, finished it, it's up on the wall, and this one has been languishing. So this is its year. That one is absolutely 100% going to be stitched in 2025. The second one is a Soda Stitch pattern. Now, I had a little bit of a spree and bought quite a few from Soda Stitch, and I've only actually stitched one of them. So I do have a few I could pick from, but this one has just been catching my eye. Every time I flick through my folder and I've got the front sheets printed out, this one keeps calling to me, so I'm going to have to stitch it. And it's this. This is Little Pirates. And it is just absolutely adorable. I just love it. It's so cute. I don't even really know what it is about it, but I think I love the long thin design. I love the cute characters. Yeah, it's just going to be so much fun. So that one, again, every time I flick through, if it's catching my eye, yeah, it's going to be its year. Number 3. Now we're getting a little bit woolly here because, and it's a little bit cheeky. Number 3 is an either or, because there are 2 mermaids that I've had my eye on and I really want to stitch. I just don't know if I can get to both of them, and I may have to pick one or the other. So it will absolutely be one of these. I'm just not sure which one. So it's either, and I'll put pictures in for these because these are ones I don't own yet. It's either The Pearl Collector by Joan Elliott. In fact, I'll try and put one on either side of me. This could be quite fun. It's either The Pearl Collector by Joan Elliott, which is a fairly new release. And when I saw it, I really want to stitch that. I love Joan Elliott designs. So I adore that one. But I had also had my eye on Cordelia, which I will put on this side, by Bella Filipina. Again, I think this came out in 2024. I may have mistaken the time and it might even have been before that, but it's not that long ago. So I have these two beautiful mermaids, both of which when I saw them, I was like, I want to stitch that. I still do want to stitch both of them, but I don't know if I'll have the time. And they're both mermaids, so I may have to pick between them. My heart is possibly a little bit with Cordelia. But the reason I'm hesitating is that the Bella Filipinas have so many beads on them that it can be a bit of a challenge. And I haven't done a really huge Bella Filipina yet. And I haven't beaded any of the Joan Elliots that I've got to. So I kind of want to get to beading some of the Joan Elliots. And I'd like to finish a full-size Bella Filipina and bead that just to really decide which of those two is going to be the one for 2025. Although, like I say, I'm not ruling out that it could be both of them. But anyway, if you have a favourite, let me know which of those two you think I should go for. Number 4 is, again, it's a little bit of a tenuous one, this, because it's not a specific pattern, but it's to do a long dog sampler. Because every time I see them, doesn't really matter which one, I see them and I think, oh, I really want to do one of those. So, 2025, long dog sampler, I'm coming for you. I will have to pick out which one I want to do, and there's all fabric and threads to be picked, etc, etc. But I so want to do one, and so I've put it up there in my top 5, even though I don't have a specific one picked out yet. I've seen several that I love. I mean, honestly, I love all of them. I see them all, and they're so beautiful. So, yes, it will be the year for that. And number 5, I did say I might have saved the best for last. And this one I do have. Not only do I have this, and it's in my top 5, I'm going to be starting this one tomorrow. I think this is going to be my new year, new start. So it kind of had to be in my top 5, but it has been for a while. This has been my absolute must stitch for a little while. It is, of course, The Mermaid Realm by Joan Elliott. Yes, more mermaids. And I've been dithering on this one on fabric and threads for so long, and it just has to get started. I am so excited for this. I do have my thread and fabric picked out, finally, with the help of my cross-stitch consultant, and I've brought that here just to show you as well. In the end, I've actually gone for the called for fabric, or the suggested fabric, the model fabric, and it is this beautiful piece. I think I did show it to you in a previous video, but it's all beautiful, beautiful blues and greens, and I will get the thread so the chart is in DMC 310, which I was not having any of that. I'm not stitching it in 310, but I'm going very close in the end. I ummed and ahed on variegated threads and all sorts, and I've come back to my first thought. It's going to be 3799. It's just going to look beautiful. It's close enough to the black that it'll give that silhouette feel without it being 310, and I think it's going to look beautiful. Now, I'm not ruling out the possibility of picking out certain little elements of it in a different colour, in variegated, but for now, we're just starting the main part of it in 3799, and I need to order some more of that. But that's my number 5, but also maybe my number 1 if I did it in reverse order, because it is the one I'm probably the most excited for. So let me know if there's anything on your must stitch list for 2025. I'd love to know what you are most looking forward to picking up and stitching. Maybe something you own, maybe something you don't own yet, since mine is kind of a mix of that. And do come back tomorrow for part 3 of my 2025 planning, which will be my general planning, including how I plan out my daily and monthly stitching and why I love a plan even if I don't stick to it. Until then, happy stitching and bye for now.